A hotspot for tourists along the Blue Ridge Parkway is closed again tonight because of the government shutdown. You or your kids may know Molly. Have you heard of her? Well, she's a party drug and the cause of 4 deaths over the last week from Boston to New York. But Molly is also right here in the Queen City. More Republicans in the House are calling for a vote on a clean budget bill, but Speaker John Boehner won't let that happen for now.
This is just one of the many 75-year-old oak trees that fell during Thursday night's storm. And according to residents, when this tree uprooted, it fell across the street, knocking down the neighboring power lines.
It's kind of a stress reliever. Like, if you're stressed out, man, what's better than just beating a bag at the end of the day?
And as you can imagine, the excitement is building out here at UNC Charlotte as the students, the school, and the community are just counting down the days until kickoff. 15,000 residents are currently without power this evening. And if you drive down any of the roads in Cabarrus County, you're going to see debris everywhere. Power lines are down, and if you look behind me,
so freshman year is already pretty nerve-wracking, right? But imagine heading off to college at just 11 years old. A boy genius. The Affordable Care Act has been a sore spot for Congress. Heavy web traffic is slowing down people applying for the new healthcare exchange that opened today. Charlotte Motor Speedway looking pretty in pink tonight. Breast cancer fighters and survivors painted the finish line and the pit wall ahead of Friday's race. Police still looking for the suspected gunman in a Southwest Charlotte murder. Tonight, there are fresh concerns the shooting could be connected to a West Charlotte nightclub. The club's attorney says the predominantly black club is being targeted. WCCB's Audrina Beek is live outside Club 935 with more. Audrina.
This is a really exciting time. The Panthers won the first preseason game.
Yep.
Now we're on to game 2. Are the guys doing any sort of crazy ritual right now?
We would get all excited. Like, okay, now it's time to go. It's time to go.
Guys, football players officially crazy. Hey, whatever works. If that's what they got to do to win, that's all we care about.
That's
Moose,
right.
Moose. We thanks so much for being here. And
Thank you.
hopefully these guys have an amazing season. I know they're your boys.
Yeah.
Did you happen to catch that Michigan-Penn State game?
I'm done. I'm done.
I was just curious.
From one Penn State person to a Michigan.
Look at you with your red accents, honey.
I feel like I'm cut in half with
Honey,
a chair.
her snatch is just... Stop.
A North Carolina teen says his mom tried to have the gay beat out of him. Police say she made the teen's little brother do the dirty work. Students in East Charlotte taking a risky walk to and from school. They're crossing 6 lanes of traffic and jumping concrete barriers along Independence Boulevard. You were very smart. You knew a lot of big words. You could have these adult conversations with people at a very young age. And you said that you were offended when you were on stage at 5 years old because of a salt mark on the stage. Tell the story.
I was offended. Listen, they think I don't know where to stand?
How dare they? No. Apple releasing 2 new iPhones, the 5C and the 5S. The latest upgrades include fingerprints for security. It's back to business in our nation's capital, federal offices, and parks and museums across the country. Stop over-testing our kids. That's the message tonight from some teachers, parents, and students to the CMS Board of Education. Tonight, we're learning more about the Washington Navy Yard shooter. We're also getting a better idea of what may have led him to go on a rampage that claimed 13 lives, including his own. That's not helping. That people that have e-cigs are trying to quit smoking, so surrounding them by smokers that have real smoke, like that makes absolutely 0 sense. That she just really considered suicide, and you can tell that she was probably in the deepest, darkest place in her life, and hearing about the retrial could not make things any easier for her. A lot of times, unless I'm in a really good mood, which is probably not when I'm flying because it's probably really early, and when you're flying, you're just not in that good of a mood anyway. Yeah, probably not. But she's made a lot of people smile, and I'm assuming when we say people, we mean men, because most women are probably going, honey, get a job. Don't air your dirty laundry out there like that. Tonight, there are states of emergency in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Florida as Tropical Storm Karen moves closer to the Gulf Coast. A scary stop for gas, all caught on tape. Check it out. 2 men attack a family's car while a baby is in the back seat. Now, one guy jumped in the driver's side door and hit the passengers. And tonight, Charlotte has 7 members in place for the new airport commission. Mayor Patsy Kinsey named the final 3 tonight, meeting the state deadline. Our web channel, WCCBcharlotte.com, will connect you to more information about them. The appointments do not mean the city will stop fighting to keep control of the airport. And an appeals court has once again put the brakes on Bruton Smith's lawsuit against Cabarrus County.
She's a model, fashionista, and jewelry maker.
Half of mine are turquoise because it's my favorite color.
At first glance, 25-year-old Paige Duke is a total girly girl.
Make you an earring.
But her favorite weekend hobby goes beyond the realm of girly. deep into the woods of South Carolina.
People are always so surprised when they find out that I like to hunt.
Paige is a skilled bow hunter.
It's a heartbreaker. It's a woman's bow.
Her dad turned her on to the sport when she was a teen.
When I first did it, I just wanted to be able to do anything the boys could do. I didn't want to be told I couldn't do something.
Now she's driven by her love and respect for wildlife and the great outdoors.
We hunt a lot of deer back here.
Across the forest a ways, Cole Edmondson is gearing up for a different reason.
Right before sunrise, all the birds come out, all the squirrels start moving. And it's like the forest comes alive.
For this Monday through Friday business traveler, the Uwharrie National Forest is not just scenery, but therapy.
Whatever you have going on back in Charlotte, I promise you it will not follow you out to the tree stand.
Paige and Cole are part of a growing national trend, hipsters who hunt. They're a younger generation of sportsmen and women hitting area woodlands for sport, food, ecological, and environmental reasons. And the numbers reflect this movement. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, from 2006 to 2011, the percentage jumped by 9 after years of decline. That uptick extends here to the Carolinas. From 2009 to 2012, the number of hunting licenses issued in North Carolina went up more than 2,000 to over 254,000. During the same time frame in South Carolina, the number jumped from over 97,000 to 105.
I've seen it change.
First Sergeant Sean Coates says the biggest change he's seen is the rising number of kids and women suiting up.
People are just becoming more aware of environmental issues, conservation.
He also says the recession may be playing a role. More people are going back to the basics for food.
We're just trying to encourage people to get out. Don't forget about what Mother Nature gave you. Get out there and enjoy it.
He's happy to see more people like Cole and Paige out hunting, a trend they're glad to see others taking a shot at too. Christine Noel, Fox News.
Outrage tonight over a charge that allowed a woman accused of hitting and killing a teen in Rowan County to walk on a $1,000 bond. It's tonight's top story at 10.
How would you feel if you knew that your child's life's only worth $1,000?
It's a question backed by anger for Rowan County resident Karen Smith after hearing the news that the person responsible for killing her neighbor, 17-year-old Mackenzie Smith, is not in jail.
It's sad that a child's life, that's all they're worth.
57-year-old Barbara Harrison Smith is out of jail on a $1,000 bond. Troopers say she drove around a school bus's flashing stop arm Thursday morning and hit Mackenzie. Investigators say the teen was crossing Woodleaf Road to get to his school bus. Smith is charged with felony passing a stopped school bus causing death.
Doesn't say a whole lot for the law system around here. To me, that's death by vehicle.
While community members question the charges and await answers,
whenever I needed someone to talk to, he was there for me.
Mackenzie's friends and schoolmates remember a friend that enjoyed writing, 50s music, and spending time outdoors.
Yeah, he's a really great guy.
The Rowan County School District released a statement saying, in part, "It is our continued hope that as a community we will heighten our awareness in realizing that it is everyone's responsibility to look out for our children. If a school bus is in sight, you can be assured that children are close by." Leg-bearing Daisy Dukes, a hot summer trend for girls that never goes out of style. But for Utah dad Scott McIntosh, it's a fashion trend he's sick of seeing on his teenage daughter. After a few arguments, he decided to go to some short lengths to get her to cover up.
I thought it was a great idea. It's a great idea.
Before a family outing, he cut a pair of jeans into barely their shorts, the type no daughter would ever want to see on their dad.
That's pretty funny.
The picture's gone viral.
It was more of just me making a statement, but doing it with a little humor instead of a little bit of argumentative attitude.
It's just one of the many recent publicly embarrassing tactics parents have used to get their kids to shape up. Earlier this week, a mom in California made her daughter hold a sign on the side of the road after she caught the girl twerking at a high school dance.
Are you shaming? Are you insulting? Are you belittling your child? That's not making a point.
Psychologist Dr. Trey Ashee says he applauds parents for getting involved, but he says depending on a child's temperament, publicly shaming them may do more harm than good.
But if you have a child who has a gentle or a soft temperament, and you harm that child, then you're talking about relationship.
He says parents have to know their child and know the limits.
The public part of the parenting, that's something new for all of us.